Hi adventure travellers, this is just a short, you call a guide on how to use Queensland Globe. How to get to Queensland Globe is you just type in Queensland Globe and you click on it there like that, and then it'll open up and it'll say please while we create your view. Now this is free information from the Queensland government. It's a GIS system and it has various map layers on it. It's free to use even if you log in. Now if you log in up here you can save data, you can save places and maps down here that you create for later on. But for most users you won't need to log in, so you can just use the free version here, which is pretty cool. Now what I find is that it's best to go to somewhere, so we'll go to one that the Venture Access group has just opened, and we'll just go search, and to get close to where this Timms Creek is we go Linville, there we go, Linville, the town of Linville, and there we go. So if we want to find Timms Creek, I know it's up in here, that national park. The situation was here, we've got a gazetted road which you'll see in a minute, and people are going on the easement which they could stop. So you wouldn't have known that until you turn on, you click on layers on over there where I said, where the green thing is, we go add layers. Now this is the trick you really got to watch. So I'm scrolling down, I go to planning cadastre. So then you scroll down within planning cadastre and you go land parcels. What you want to do is put road parcel on, and you'll see immediately the road. So that is the gazetted road. That is what is open to the public for that width. Yeah, gazetted road, or dedicated road I should more properly say, it's public land. It is called, it's a land tenure called road. Now local authorities generally control that road by default, but it can be state controlled road for TMR. But your first option for most of the stuff, the adventure stuff we have, will be controlled by the local government, of course. So this will be a local road, and that's the width of its dedication, right? So if you stay on this dedication road, generally 95% of the time you'll be right. The farmer can't stop you. He can put a gate on here, which he did up here at this point right here, which we got opened, but then we went into state forest, and now it's been dedicated as national park. This is Squirrel Creek National Park, I believe is the right wording for it. So what happened here is there was an easement over here that people were using, and they locked the gate up here, so that no one knew about this road here. So I'm just giving you an example of how it can be used. So what you've got down here under land parcels actually is you've got a thing called rights and interests. If you tick that down, you can go, you tick rights and interests, and you've got easement parcel, and straight away you see that's green easement. So that's not a public road. That allowed state forest to enter over this land. It allowed state forest, but no one else to enter over that road. So an easement is a right to travel across the property to an individual. So if someone didn't have that right, they have that easement wasn't favouring that person, they wouldn't have the right to go across here. So a dedicated road like this can be, in rare cases, back to the road again, in rare cases can be temporarily closed by local council. They could have a licensed gate, but they're never allowed to lock the licensed gate, or it could be a road through national park that it gets complex legislation. Then national parks are hard to determine if you can go through there or not. Just follow the signs generally, or you may get a fine. Now within here you'll see that there's tracks in this national park. So the national park has generally said that we could go in here if we stay to the tracks. So if you want to see the land tenure, so here you can go land parcel tenure over here, again under this same land parcel planning. So remember planning cadastre, go to land parcels and land parcel tenure. It's a matter of finding it. So just watch how you click land parcel tenure on, and if you go over, you'll see the pink there and you'll see the green. So over here you'll see some guidelines. So see that little arrow there, you click that out and you'll see what it is. So as you saw before, we're talking about the easement. So easement parcel is that green there. Yellow, if we saw before, was road, yellow road parcel. And if we go down here, pink, you can see it's freehold. So that's farmers' land. It's what most people own. It's what most people understand as ownership of land in Queensland. Now what's that green? Okay, so it has been dedicated as National Park down here. That's Squirrel Creek National Park. It was formerly State Forest up until 12 months ago. So it's National Park. So just so you know, this is a cracking ride. We're encouraging people to go through here. And the track is recently bulldozed apparently. So you can go up here and you just stay to these tracks here, and you'll be generally okay. So that's how you turn on your mapping layers. So you can put this on your phone, and over here, if I don't know where it's going to take me because I'm on a computer, but if you see that button there, it says current location. So if you open Queensland Globe on your computer, you're standing at a gate. You can click current location. I don't know, allow or visiting the site. I don't know where it's going to go. It's going to go back to where I live. I won't do that. So you could click current location. It'll take to where you are on the map, and you can turn on these layers. And for example, if you were here and you had a lock gate at Timms Creek, it would say you're here, and you can see that well, it's National Park there. Are there any signs saying keep out? If not, it'll probably say stay to the road, keep going through. But in this case, everyone was going along here because that's the form road. And if you ever come up here, you'll see the tree line up along here, and you can stay. If you stay within the two fences either side of the road, there's no formed road. You can go through, and you can join into the national park. So that's just an example of how to use it. I think that's most of what adventure access riders will be using. You can go back here. There's a really good there's a pretty good thing here that if you go to downloads, for example, and just drag it over and see what it does. And this is going to go out of Queensland. It's a pretty big one. So there's the dragging. I just drag the KML file in, and you'll see it goes out to my last 7,000k trip when I went up down the Great Dividing Range through the Barry Road, etc., and Barry Way down here, down to Wilson's Promontory, Phillip Island, 12 Apostles, up here to the Flinders Ranges. Then I did the Murray Run back home. That was 7,050 k's. So you can drag that in, and if you wanted to see your GPX when you got home, you can drag and drop your GPX onto the file, and you can see the white line is the GPX. For example, I'm coming down the highway home. I've had enough of riding at this stage, so I've whacked straight down the highway. But you can see that white line is my GPX, and it's down the white Warrego Highway. But if you'll see, I don't know, where else can you look at it? Look, here's some gnarly shit. Here's some gnarly stuff through here. Flagstone Creek Road. Yeah, didn't come down. I just came down Flagstone Creek Road, which was cool. So instead of going the other way, but you can see that my line is fully within the yellow road, casement, or they call it a segpar, but that's getting too technical for this course. So it's great like that. So you can drag your KML. If you want to log in, you can save that as a map. I think that's a little bit beyond this, but yeah, there's also all this other data in here. So if you go add layers, you can use what floods, inland waters, lease, and what's pretty good about Queensland Globe is it also has New South Wales cadastre in it. You just got to be a bit careful using cadastre. So you don't want to put cadastre extents on straight away. But what you do is go to New South Wales cadastre label, and then you go, you do Castrol plan extent. So you do plan extent and lot extent, I think. And I think if you go down to New South Wales then, go down to New South Wales down here where we went on our little trip, little jaunt through here, that's the white line still, so there's the boundary there. And the orange cadastral is New South Wales. It's really good. Globe's actually got, when it finishes loading, Globe's actually got more user-friendly cadastral data than the New South Wales systems. You can actually find things a bit better. And you're putting your GPX files in. Oh, the other thing is, here's your lat long down here. So if you click on a point, like there, on your mouse, straight down there, and the left-hand corner is your lat long. So, yeah, well, it's going to the mouse pointer now when it catches up. So, it's really good. So you can actually copy that like that and put it into somewhere else. So even in New South Wales, you can see that we're within the road casement. Well, sort of in the road casement there. Oh, geez, I don't even remember riding through there. So there you go. Yeah, so you can see the road, the line's outside the road there, where we rode. It's outside the yellow casement of the road. So yeah, you can see it there. So the road isn't on the alignment, but no, it's really hard to create routes in here, but you can just drop them in like you saw there. Councils, look, if you want to find your council, trying to say which local government you want to talk to, open the road there. You've got your boundaries. Toowoomba Regional Council, local government. What else could be useful here for adventure travellers? There you've got contours if you want your contours. So I mean most of your mapping apps have that anyway. That is better, but still, if you want to see if you can get up up a mountain, occasionally you might come across a lease or a reserve. So you can put that parcel on. You know, in here, so there's your greens, there's your reserves, the oval. So it's an oval Bridgeman Reserve. So you know you can, if the purpose of the reserve says camping, you can stay there for the night. If I turn off road parcel, so it goes yellow, and I go back down to state controlled road, and I turn it off, you'll see that pink line goes off. There's Toowoomba, so you can see the pink ones going through. See the pink lines? Those pink lines, they're state controlled roads. So they're the main roads, they're the highways by TMR. So if you've got a problem with those, look, adventure travel people don't usually have a problem with state controlled roads because they're generally 4-lane highways and no one puts a gate across them, you know. So just so you know, and then all the others by default, if it's not state controlled road, it's local road, like this one here. That's a local road. If it's got a pink line down it, it's state controlled road. When you're on for example, this white line that I travelled, if you want to turn that off, you click layers, and there's the polyline. You click your view here, and it turns it off. If you want to turn off your local government layer, you go that. All those contours are getting pretty noisy, so we'll get rid of those contours. There you go. So you can turn off your imagery, and you go back in imagery. What's pretty cool, it's probably a little bit advanced for this, but let's go quickly, is that you can go over here and see the past imagery where I'm pointing you the green thing. You can go past imagery. Just get rid of that. Past imagery. If you want to go back to 2018 in this area, for example, here, and you can pick, say, June, that's where they've got it. Or I've got April, sorry, they've got April in 2000, we'll get rid of that. We've got April in 2018 down here, year view, and we click on that, and then you go turn that on there, and it's thinking up here at the top. It is a bit slow at times. So there's 2018, just as a quick snap. You can play back to 2018, and you can go year view, and I want to go back to 2025 up here, and I'll go to the most current. Well, it's only got July. They've run it in July, and there we go, back to the most recent. I think it is there. Yep, back to that. Past imagery. There you go. I'll try to make a video out of that.